Steve Moran here. This is day 16 in our series of how to get your first sale in 30 days selling to senior living owners and operators, where the life of your whole company is completely dependent on you getting that first sale. So we've been talking about how to build relationships, how to think about your product. Today, I want to talk about how you actually get to that proposal stage. So first thing I want to say is this, is that when you have this conversation, do not do it by phone. Do it by Zoom. You can use Google, the Google service. It's free right now. Use Zoom, use something, use FaceTime. Do not do it by phone. You have to see people's face like you see my face right now. The other thing I want to say to you is this, is that you want to make sure that they're really serious about this. I know this may shock you, but the truth of the matter is sometimes decision makers will say yes to a proposal when they know they're never going to buy from you. They just say yes to you because they want to make you go away, when they don't want to hurt your feeling about that. So by the time you hand somebody a proposal, honestly, they should pretty much know what's going to be in it, including the price, in a close ballpark. If it's going to be a surprise, if you haven't had that conversation about price, forget it. They'll never buy. No way. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So here's what you need to do. You need to want to, with every bone in your salesperson parties, you're going to want, let's try that again. You are going to want to, with every single bone and fiber of your salesperson body, want to start talking about what makes your product so great and all those wonderful things. No, 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 you can't do that. If you want to win, it's got to go like this. Here's the first step. Talk a little bit about you. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm not talking about your product or anything. I'm talking about, hey, I live in Sacramento, California, and I love going backpacking. Talk about something that's interesting happened in your life. It might be your business if it's something really cool, but just let them get to know you as a person. Right now, I'm talking a lot about hiking and backpacking. Sometimes I talk about my church kids that I teach. Not talking religion, just talking about what I'm doing and how I'm changing lives. Sometimes if I'm working on something really cool at Senior Living Foresight, I'll actually talk a little bit about that. But this is just about making you human. The next thing is, and this is so critical, is you need to look at them and say, hey, tell me your story. And then shut up. Let them tell you how they got there. Might be their personal story. If they're in a big company, it might be the company's story. I don't know, but let them talk about them and their story. Talk about what their passions are for their senior living companies, or what got them into the business, what keeps them going, what keeps them up at night. Step 3, ask them about what makes their senior living community unique or special or wonderful. Why is it that people love coming to work in their building, their organization? Everybody's got a story about why it is so cool. The next thing is that you need to start probing about the problem that you solve. Here are some examples. So what's working in your dining program? What would make it better? How is your life enrichment program? What are the things that you're doing? What are your biggest challenges? What would make it better? How are you doing with occupancy? Don't ask them numbers. That tends to be pretty sensitive numbers unless they're really, really high. Do you need more leads, or do you need to close more of the leads that you have? How's your work culture? How's your turnover? What would make it better? What impact does it have on the bottom line? What have you already tried? You just want them to get talking. You need this information. And so that's the first 4 steps. I'm out of time today. I'm going to finish the steps on the next video. And I will put on the next video, I'll make a list of all these steps so that you have easy access to them. Thanks for watching. One last thing I want to say is, if you know somebody who has some marketing budget and they would like to accelerate the growth of their company in the senior living space, I know of no better way to do that than working with Senior Living Foresight. We would love to have a conversation with them about how we can help.